Hey everyone, welcome to another Let's Meet. Today's episode is about Joel Miller, a character from The Last of Us. Let's discover more about him. Joel was born on September 26 on 1984 or 85 and grew up in Texas with his brother Tommy. It is also states that Joel raised Tommy and that they both struggled with it. Sometime in his youth, Joel had a daughter named Sarah and was married to his wife for a short period of time. Sadly, early in his life, with the responsibilities that come with being a father, he never had the opportunity to attend college. No mentions is given as to the fate or whereabouts of Sarah's mother. However, it is revealed in a conversation between Joel and Ellie that the subject of whatever happened is very painful for Joel to talk about, and that he raised their daughter as a single parent for most of her life. However, it is revealed in a conversation between Joel and Ellie that the subject of whatever happened is very painful for Joel to talk about, and that he raised their daughter as a single parent for most of her life. They lived in a typical two-story single-family home somewhere in or around Austin, Texas. Joel worked in construction, possibly as a carpenter. In the prologue, during a phone conversation with Tommy, he mentioned desperately needing to keep his job with the contractor. On his bedside table, we can see building plans and several copies of a book called Construction Regionalism. Music was also an interest to Joel in the years prior to the outbreak. He has a guitar and an extensive music collection in his room. He also mentions to Ellie that in his younger years, he wanted to become a singer. He seems to have ambitions of starting his own business before the outbreak, with a book called Everything You Need to Know About Creating a Startup, also on a table next to his bed. Additionally, he tells Ellie that he often went on hikes with Sarah, reinforced by pictures of hiking scenery in his house. Despite his long working hours, Joel still found time to spend quality time with Sarah, as seen in photographs displayed throughout their home, showing the two on a cruise, at a carnival with Tommy, and at one of Sarah's soccer match.
You like it?
In the hours leading up to the outbreak, Sarah gives him a new watch as a birthday gift to replace the one he had broken months before.
What? No.
This becomes a cherished memento he managed to keep in the turbulent years ahead.
Drugs. I sell hardcore drugs.
Oh, good. You started helping out with the mortgage then.
Yeah, you wish.
Joel is described as a violent thug, a brutal killer, and a torturer. He is shown to be able to kill his enemies with brutality, earning his infamous reputation to those he encounters. David also calls him a crazy man. During the aftermath of the epidemic, he has resorted to working in black market dealings and smuggling items for people of interest through quarantine zones or other designated areas. Because of this, he has accumulated valuable knowledge in regards to surviving the post-apocalyptic environment. Ellie notes that Joel has stained his hand with innocent blood when he reveals to her that he has been on both sides, thus having the knowledge about the Hunter ambush and anticipating it. This dark past likely contributed to his experience as a hardened survivalist. He also becomes extremely dedicated to Ellie, using any means necessary to save her and keep her safe. He tortures and kills several cannibals to find out Ellie's location. It is strongly hinted that Joel suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder due to losing his daughter and committing acts necessary for his survival. He is reluctant or simply refuses to speak about people he has lost, like Sarah, Tess, Sam, and Harry. He has frequent nightmares and does not speak about his time as a hunter. Prior to the apocalypse, he worked hard to single-handedly raise his daughter. The outbreak and Sarah's death changed him into an apathic, ruthless, and estranged man. He wears the watch that Sarah gives him as a reminder. Upon meeting Hallie, he originally has a rocky relationship with her. However, Joel later grows to trust her and finds her reliable at most times, such as Hallie spotting for Joel or providing support. As time passes, Joel establishes a father-daughter relationship with Hallie, reminding him of his beloved daughter, Sarah. For not wanting to lose another daughter to the whim of another again, he chooses to save Hallie and try and start some semblance of a normal life again. His decision to kill Marlene inside the Fireflies facility is to cut all loose ends to ensure that no one will have the knowledge of Hallie and thus no one will go after her in the future. In this sense, he is the opposite of Marlene, who intended to sacrifice Hallie for a chance to save the rest of humanity. As a hardened survivalist, Joel displays incredible resilience, strength, cunning, and fierce fighting prowess. He can perform fatal chokeholds, string combinations of hard punches, and other miscellaneous attacks with little fatigue or hesitance, and he has become adept to the point where he can out-brawl and overwhelm opponents half his age quite quickly. Joel has also learned to wield a wide range of weapons from handguns to rifles and bows, which he can use with great proficiency. He is shown to be an expert tactician and an adept at crafting improvised weapons and tools due to his background in construction, and possesses an acute sense of hearing that allows him to pinpoint the relative location of those around him when focused. Joel is also a strong swimmer and can also hold his breath for a relatively long period of time. However, Joel is still a human and is just as vulnerable to death and injury like other survivors. Unlike Hallie, he is not immune to the cordyceps infection and thus cannot survive in a spore-filled environment without a gas mask. Joel's appearance indicates that he is in his late 40s. He has a heavy build with dark hair and beard. Joel has many cuts and scars which can be seen on his face and arms. As I said before, Joel wears a watch that was a gift from Sarah from his birthday the day before the outbreak. 20 years later it has broken, likely from 2 decades of surviving in a post-outbreak world. He keeps the watch in remembrance of Sarah. Joel seems to sigh sadly when Hallie mentions that it is broken in the early chapters of the game. Joel also looks down at the watch when Hallie was mentioning how beautiful the view was to Joel as they were about to leave to the journey. He is most notably shown in a green checkered shirt which is rolled up to his elbows and jeans. He carries an old leather backpack which holds a gas mask, pendants, letters, cocktails, health kits, and a flashlight attached to the strap. Joel seems to be very fond of coffee as he laments the lack of it in the Pittsburgh chapter.
I really miss coffee.
Joel comments that he was never fond of video games, although it is shown that his house had a PlayStation 3 in the family room. This suggests that this PS3 belongs to Sarah and she used to play with Joel. Joel's weapons of choice seems to be a revolver as he is seen holding it in both promotional pictures and trailers. He also kept one in his house before the outbreak. Joel is a fan of music and stated that as a kid he wanted to be a singer. He also played guitar before the outbreak and he intended to teach Hallie to play after their journey was over. Joel stating he wanted to be a singer as a kid and his ability to play guitar are likely a reference to his voice actor Troy Baker, who is a singer and guitar player in real life. It is suggested that either Joel or someone he knew was struggled with suicide. After Haley comments about the easy way out when finding the corpse of 2 suicide victims, Joel heavily says, "Trust me, it ain't easy." Based on the loss of his daughter and him saying that he struggled staying alive, it is quite possible Joel considered suicide after Sarah's death.
Struggled for a long time with surviving. No matter what, you keep finding something to fight for.
Here,
What's this?
your birthday. You kept complaining about your broken watch. So I figured, you know. You like it?
Honey, this is... It's
What?
nice, but I think it's stuck. It's not...
What? No. Oh, ha ha.
You know that, baby girl. It's called luck. And it is gonna run out. And lastly, you do what I say when I say it. We gotta get going. I say keep walking. Where's the operating room? I ain't got time for this. You don't realize what your life means? Huh? You are treading on some mighty thin ice here. You have no idea what loss is. You're right. You're not my daughter. And I sure as hell ain't your dad. Give me that. Are these assholes still with us? You gotta admit, she did hold her own back there. Listen to me. If I get into trouble down there, you make every shot count. Yeah? And just so we're clear about back there, it was either him or me. How about something a little more your size? You good?
I'm good.
Adios, little brother.
Stop! Stop!
Fucking touch me!
It's okay. It's me. It's me. It's me. Look. It's me.
He tried to...
Oh, baby girl.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh.
It's okay. Well, no matter how hard you try, I guess you can't escape your past.
That's everything we know about Joel. If you want to know more about your favorite characters, please like the video or subscribe, and I see you on the next video. Bye bye.